Hi guys. Today, the reading, I drew the angel of honesty, and it says, when I'm honest with myself, I feel the security and support of my soul in my mind and heart. The first step is to be honest with yourself, and that means to be free. From the very beginning, in any situation, if you choose clarity and honesty, everybody will feel at ease with the truth and will bring congruence to your feelings and actions. No further clarification is necessary, and all flows with beauty and dyna- dynamism. Dynamism. I don't think I've ever read that word or even said that word before. Okay, so the core of, for those of you watching, I feel like you are in a situation that you are just needing peace. You're needing, like, you are tired of the turmoil. You're tired of the, you've seen that what now, other than the issue at hand or the issues at hand, you've seen now you're even tired of that. So whatever, so I know specifically it could be that you lost somebody. And this could be a physical death. It could be a relationship. It could be, just a separation between somebody that you're not in contact with right now. And you're perceiving that you are stuck by that, it consumes you, that you can't think of anything, you can't, it has taken over your life, and you're ready, although you may not be ready to completely let it go, whatever, but you're tired of being consumed by it, whatever this loss was. And maybe you didn't realize that. Maybe you thought it was the actual loss, that you are still mourning or still grieving or whatever, that you're tired of grieving it. But what I'm seeing is that you're fine with, you understand that there's a grieving process, or there's a certain process that has to happen surrounding whatever this loss was. But you're tired of that. You're tired of not having any relief from it, not having any peace, not having a moment of just and maybe you're becoming impatient with feeling this way. So you obviously, there's a level of not feeling supported, and not feeling like anybody understands exactly how it affected you and how deeply you are affected, and the loss of love that you perceive that you've lost, that, I feel like you put a lot of dedication into whatever this relationship was, or whatever this situation was, or whatever the person was, relationship, whatever. I feel like you put a lot of dedication in there, and now you feel like there's just no amount of support or love that could ever make up for the loss. Like, it's way out of balance is what I'm seeing, and nobody understands how badly it affected you is what you're thinking. And maybe nobody does, because everything is objective, right? So the lesson here, and what I'm feeling like what you really want, is to get rid of the heartache. You want to stop hurting, But the lesson here is that heartache, the pain, the grieving may never fully go away, ever. So what you actually can do is integrate the heartache, integrate the pain, integrate it into a new way of being or a new way of going forward. You're not going to just run across like some lucky day, not feel the pain anymore, or your level of abundance in relationships or your life or whatever you may perceive has gone down because of this loss, and that it will never be what it was again, or it will never, you can never have any, like, you have no idea, you can't see how it could ever be a decent life again with this loss. And the guidance is to stop thinking about that. Stop thinking about, or stop trying to come up with ideas or thinking, how am I ever going to, stop trying to make it be something already when it's not there yet. You're here now. So the next step in this, wherever you're at right now, the next step is just surrender to the reality of everything. That is the most important thing you can do. You're not going to get anywhere if you're still saying to yourself, I just can't believe it. I just, if you're focusing on not accepting whatever happened, okay? And accepting it does not mean that you are happy about it. It does not mean that you are okay with it. It does not mean that you are fine at all. It means you are able to look at the reality of the situation and say, this is the reality of the situation. That's it. This is the reality of the situation. You get to feel, you get to, all of the things that happen after that. But if you are ever to integrate this heartache, integrate a new and build, moving forward, it has to be based on reality, and it has to be based on not rejection, not denial, not whatever. And I feel like, I know that there is the denial and stuff, or I'm not like super familiar with the process or the stages of grief, but denial, I believe, is one of them. And so I'm not like, if you're here watching this, you're already past that stage, okay? So I'm not telling anybody to skip the proper process of grieving or whatever, if that's even a thing. I think it happens naturally anyway. So that's not what I'm saying. If you're here watching this, then you are in a space that you can finally accept the reality. You can, and you must. If you, and I believe that you want to, and maybe you weren't aware, you want to get to this manageable state of being. But the first thing that has to happen is you have to be able to say, okay, as much as whatever, this is the reality. This is the reality. And then from there, when you can let yourself accept it as reality, then you let it be. Let your feelings come, feel them. Don't shame yourself, don't blame yourself, don't, it's just the reality of the situation is all that you're feeling right now. And feel that. You have to feel that. In order to heal, you have to feel. And it's painful. I know whatever it is extremely painful for whoever is watching this. And I am sending so much love to you right now. And you may feel like you're going to die. You may feel like the pain is more than you can bear. But I promise you, the resistance to the pain is what makes it unbearable. The resistance to not wanting to feel it, not wanting to believe it, not wanting to think it, not wanting to know it, not wanting to live it, that is what makes it unbearable. Your body will take care of you. Your mind, your heart, your soul, everything will take care of you once you rest in the acceptance of reality. And then you won't feel like you need to. Your very next step is just acceptance. That's it. That's what I'm going to tell you right now. And the reading kind of stops abruptly right there. Acknowledging that you feel unsupported or that nobody really grasps the depth of your pain and that you've lost this love, like a love of whatever. You guys, grief, I heard this the other day and this was so cool. Grief is love that doesn't have a place to land. Okay? So if we aren't able to accept the situation and it's still in disbelief or it's still in, like, this isn't happening, or I don't want it to happen this way, or this or that, or whatever it is, then you have all this love that has no place to land. And that hurts. Our love is meant to give. It's meant to receive, okay? So when you accept the finality of whatever the situation is, that gives your place, that gives your love also a place to land. It kind of is like the energetic analogy of letting the dust settle. It's the energetic version of letting the dust settle on a situation in the acceptance of. Don't worry about what you're going to do next. Just accept the reality of the situation. And again, the reading is stopping pretty abruptly with, don't try to control how you feel about it. Don't try to distract yourself from any of the pain. Don't try to deny it away. Just let go of control. There are pieces of you that are thinking, if you can only hide away this little something, or if you can forget about this little piece over here, or manage it some other way, that you'll be okay, or it'll make it easier. And that is the very thing that is hurting you the worst. Allow it in. Allow the reality of whatever it is in, and allow those feelings to be fully felt. That's you suppress them, or you deny the fact that they're there, or you make it, if you don't give those feelings a reality to connect to, if you're feeling the loss of the real loss, and you're having these really powerful emotions surrounding this situation, but you're denying it in reality, that's torturing yourself. That's torturing yourself, because your emotions know something. They know that they know there's a reality of something, but until you can accept that reality and bring that whole thing together, you're fragmenting, you're shredding yourself to pieces. And that is the agony that you are trying to get away from. That is. So if you want some sort of reprieve from the agony and the sheer just, I feel like it is a very deep pain, let it rest in reality. Say whatever it was that you lost. Say, this is the reality. The reality of the situation is, I lost whatever. I lost a relationship. I lost a person. This person is no longer here. They died, or we broke up, or they're no longer want me in their life, or whatever that is. And just accept it for right now, today, for what it is. And then I feel like you will start to know, you'll start to be able to reflect appropriately. That's going to help you naturally go through the process that we go through. I love you, and I'm sending so much love to you right now, and you can do this.